I would have liked to have seen them take a little time. As Cake said, he was in a super rush to name Alex Smith the starter, and then name Dwayne Haskins the starter. You couldn't have devalued Dwayne Haskins' trade value more than what Washington did. But I think you can show the league that he's a capable starter. Look, I've never been a big fan of his. I never thought he was going to be the long-term franchise quarterback. But I think he's capable of putting a Alex Smith-like performance for sure. And, in fact, Alex's best trait when he was the quarterback for Washington was taking care of the football. If he's not going to take care of the football, I mean, what's the point? What is the point of playing Alex Smith? He's not the quarterback of the future. Boost your trade value with Dwayne Haskins, and I think he's on the same level as Alex Smith right now and could maybe be even better.
I don't know if Dwayne would have brought them back after being down 20-3. Would he have turned the ball over? Probably. But I'm not sure he would have made those plays and brought them back.
I don't know. Some of those guys were wide open.
Yeah, but he may not have spotted them.
Isn't the main attraction to Alex Smith, at least prior to the injuries, that he's not going to turn the ball over, he's not going to throw you out of games?
I think he probably typically wouldn't.
Yesterday.
Yeah, he probably typically wouldn't, but he hadn't played in 2 years.
You know what? If Ron Rivera has a pipe dream of still trying to win the NFC East, if you want to trot out Alex Smith for the next 3 or 4 games and see what you've got there and hope he improves, then I'm okay with it. But if you go 1-3 in that span and the season is completely lost, then you have to toss the keys to Haskins.
You should toss the keys to Haskins right now. Jason, what would you do? You're the head coach of the Washington football team. You're 2-6. Who do you start?
Well, if I don't like Haskins, like Rivera doesn't like him,
I know, I'm asking
then I can't
Jason
go
Bishop.
to him. I would have gone. Look, I would have stuck with Haskins before they went to Kyle Allen.
Right.
I just would have. But Ron's just not going to do that. He's going to
go
with that. He's going to go with the veteran. He still feels like they can win 6 games, which could win the division, which is just a joke.
But here's a bulletin.
I don't know how bad Haskins is off the field. We have no idea. We don't know about the work ethic. Is it getting better?
We know it ain't great.
It's not great.
We know it's not great.
But look, if I'm Haskins, I got to think this is my second chance or maybe my third chance because I think Alex could get dinged up, maybe not the leg, but somewhere else, and I think that he's going to have an opportunity, and it could come sooner than later.
Even though Ron Rivera is highly compensated and very powerful, at the end of the day, he's still an employee. And sometimes, I know this is crazy, you have other employees that you work with that you don't like or that rub you the wrong way. Sometimes you have to learn to coexist with those people.
Yeah, but what if they're they're captains, and your captain can't be showing up later and leaving earlier?
Look, if he's still doing that, then of course you don't play him. But hopefully Haskins has gotten the wake-up call at this point.
Well, I know we asked John about it. We asked Keim about it, and John said, you got kind of a lukewarm response to that question. Like, has the work ethic, has that stuff improved?
Right.
Yeah.
It sounds like maybe marginally.
He may not be the first in the building or the last to leave, but correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't heard him about missing meetings or missing practices or doing anything like that.
No, just violating the COVID protocols. He did that.
Yeah.
Well, that was stupid.
But that was just inviting.
But a lot of guys are doing that.
I know it might have been family. I was just guessing he was inviting a creeper, though.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I actually don't even care. I'm just saying.
They said it was a family friend.
Right, that was a Saturday night violation. I'm just saying, during the week, I believe he's been going to practices.
There's a reason why they're not playing him, JP. It must be a disaster.
He wasn't good. The reason was because they couldn't install the full offense. And we've seen, like statistically, when Kyle Allen was on the field, they put together longer drives. The third down percentage went way up. So the offense was running much better with Kyle Allen. That's undeniable. So that's why they moved on. They grew frustrated. There was a course correction because the division was up for grabs, and they felt like Kyle Allen gave them the best chance to win. All I'm saying is right now, to me, the season's kind of lost. You got swept by the Giants. Yes, if they win some of these games, which I agree are winnable, they could get back in the division race.
The fact
but
is,
you're 2-6. It's a joke. Play for next year. What is best for this team in terms of the future? Even if Haskins isn't the guy, show that he's competent which he did at the beginning of the year. He wasn't playing great, but his last game he did throw for 300 yards. He was checked down Charlie, but so is Alex Smith.
He's not.
Yeah, but he had
JP.
more. But hold on, he had more bad throws than anybody in the league. He, if you look at some of those stats, I mean, it wasn't just he was checked down Charlie.
EB, look at the guys who are starting around the league.
But can I finish?
He started a game.
I've been trying
Boost
to
his
say
value.
I would probably listen. I'm not a Haskins guy at this point. I'm off the Haskins train, but I actually think they're still in it. They're bad, but it doesn't matter. It's a terrible division. The next 3 games are all coin flips. They could easily lose all 3, very easily, but they could also win them. So I would actually play Dwayne Haskins because I actually think he gives them a better chance to win than Alex Smith because Alex can't evade the rush. He just looks unsettled. He's rusty. I just don't think he moves well.
Yep.
And so I think actually Haskins, now there's no doubt Kyle Allen gives him the best chance to win, but he's out of the equation. So I would give it to Haskins and hope you catch lightning in a bottle. And maybe, as JP alludes to, maybe he kind of understands this is my last shot here. This is my last shot to demonstrate to the league that I have some value here. And I would hope that he would give it, every 100%, 150%.
But again, it doesn't matter what we want. We know Ron's not going to do that.
All right, let's
Understood,
go to the
but he asked me what would I do.
I know. Ron's going to stick with Alex Smith until he gets banged up.
Right.
I bet you the fans are more in favor of playing Haskins at this point. Let's go to the phones. 800-636-1067. Mark's in Largo on line 1. What's up, Mark?
Hey, how's it going, guys? I think it's a no-brainer. I'm going to tell you why. It's not because of what's going on here. Guys, did y'all see Tua yesterday?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to tell you something, man.
He was
I'm going to tell you something. This could be a decision that could haunt the Washington football franchise for the next decade. Look, I know Chase Young is going to be great. He may be Lawrence Taylor. But if you had to choose between Lawrence Taylor and Joe Montana, you're going to take Joe Montana every day and 8 times on Sunday.
Of course.
I think you have to do something. You have to validate something. If you play him for the rest of the year and they don't win a game, fine. You get a quarterback. You go after that quarterback. And I think the guy in Cincinnati that's playing for the Bearcats might be a better option for them to get.
They're getting a quarterback. Here's the whole. They're getting a quarterback.
He's not a first rounder. He's not a first rounder.
It doesn't matter when they're picking one or
how about this?
A new quarterback will be here next year.
I predict they have 3 new quarterbacks next year.
I don't think that's crazy.
No, they'll have Kyle.
You don't know how he's going to bounce back from that ankle.
Early reports are he's going to be back sooner than you'd think.
Yeah, those ankles, a lot of times they pop them right back. I mean, I didn't see exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean,
but
maybe it wasn't as bad as it looked because it looked bad. I'm just saying it's a possibility of 3 new quarterbacks.
I think Kyle Allen will be here.
But it is almost an impossibility.
Well, you definitely have 2.
It is almost an impossibility that they don't draft a quarterback. And, a lot of us got to watch Zach Wilson on Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a cannon.
Yeah,
he's got a cannon.
He's got a really good arm. He's very tough. But he is definitely raw, and it's hard to evaluate because, again, it's one of those situations where his receivers are 10 yards open.
Right.
You know what I mean? He doesn't throw a ton of tight window throws that I
saw. I saw one. It was just short of it was kind of a quick slant towards the end zone, which might have been a bad decision because he threw it right into kind of
he throws a lot
double
of balls
coverage.
Far. But a lot of times they're a little short, but his receivers make good plays on the ball.
Anyway,
it's hard to evaluate.
Look, there's a lot of good college quarterbacks. You have no idea how they're going to translate to the league.
You don't. It's very hard.
But he might be playing his way into the first round.
Kyle Smith better figure it out.
They will. Well, that doesn't mean they're going to make the right decision.
My point with Haskins, look, if you had to bet right now, they already played 3 quarterbacks in the first half of the season. So if you had to bet right now, Haskins going to see the field one way or the other. I just would play him now because you can boost his value. He's at his lowest value ever. You couldn't – I mean, who knows if people called, if they tried to call, whatever. But kind of the consensus was they might be able to fetch a 6th or a 7th rounder for Dwayne Haskins.
I'm not really into
the first round.
I'm not really into playing a guy to boost his value.
Well, but you're going to boost his value, and there's really not that much of a difference between him and Alex Smith, in my opinion.
Well, as I said, I think he gives him a better chance to win. Actually,
and you may be right.
But I'm not playing him just because I think I can boost his dumb value. They've already ruined that. They've ruined that concept.
Yeah, but if he puts a couple of decent games together,
so it goes
then
from
the league can say
5th.
this guy could be a backup or whatever they might decide.
I think I just like to win. And I think he gives him a better chance. I don't think that Alex can protect himself sort of and get out, evade rush. I think the titanium leg is going to be fine, but I'm worried about just being able to make plays.
It's definitely slowed him down. Yeah, it slowed him down.
And by the way, Mark brought up Tua. It's not just Tua. Herbert has proven he's not a fluke.
Stud. Super
so
stud.
There are two guys. Tua's 2-0. He hasn't done as much as Herbert, but it's trending towards those guys are legit.
As I said on draft day, and I got assaulted. If Tua turns into Steve Young, right? A great quarterback, they botched it. And I said, even if it's Russell Wilson, you guys attack me. They botched it.
800-636-1067.
They botch everything.
Think Washington should do? Let's go to Aaron in Richmond on line 2.
What's going on, guys?
What's
up, man?
Not much. I mean, looking from the outside in, of course, everybody is. But it just seems like Ron Rivera just doesn't have any type of direction or plan. He's just saying the right things in the media. Because just a few weeks ago, he told us, I haven't given up on Dwayne Haskins. And this opportunity right here is the perfect opportunity for you to prove that you haven't given up on him. And instead, you went with the 36-year-old quarterback, that's just coming off an injury. It just doesn't make sense to anybody, and it can't make sense to the guys in that locker room. To be totally honest, they don't really know Alex Smith. He had his best chemistry with Cam Sims, who was on the practice squad yesterday, for most of his tenure with the Skins. So he's got a lot of familiarity with him. But he doesn't know McLaurin, and McLaurin made that touchdown for him. It wasn't any type of chemistry between those two. It was just McLaurin's is good. But these guys, they don't know Alex Smith. They would rather Dwayne Haskins be in.
I'm not sure that that's the case, to be honest with you.
Well, we don't know, yeah.
I mean, you're totally guessing.
But Rivera is just lying to the media when he says he hasn't given up.
I know McKissick wants to be the quarterback, Alex Smith.
Yeah.
Because he's going to look at him
because he's going to get 15 targets. Right.
All I know is this.
That I do know.
I said it at the time, that 3 weeks ago when Terry McLaurin made that speech, and coincidentally a week later they named him captain, but that team seemed to respond to Kyle Allen. Terry McLaurin didn't seem bummed that Haskins wasn't playing. He was perfectly fine.
Guys know.
Yeah.
We don't know. Again, Chris Russell came on this show last week and said Ron Rivera and the coaching staff rave about what Alex Smith looks like in practice. So we don't know if there's a chasm between Alex Smith and Dwayne Haskins, let's say, on the practice field, when they're actually throwing the ball, live reps in practice. We don't know what that's like. Nobody's really seeing that. And my guess is they want to give Alex the runway of having a full week as the starter and then see what happens. But if we get similar results, they'll go to Haskins.
Yeah, Haskins
does he
play
hate
this
him that
year.
much that they won't go to Haskins if Alex struggles again?
They'll play him. He's 100% going to play this year.
Maybe they'll bring in a street free agent.
Yeah, but
you never know what's going to happen.
Is he going to play because Alex is going to struggle mightily, where you have got no choice, or is he going to play because Alex gets
could be either one? But I actually think that Alex is going to get benched for poor performance.